as because it is important. Today topic is to save income tax. It is because you are into job, you are into business, or you have some investments like house property income, capital gain income, or income from other source. Like you have surplus money of the 5 lakhs, 10 lakhs, 1 CR, 10 CR, 5, 100 CR, and you have invested into bank, you have given loan to other, or you have purchased with that free amount any mutual fund, any share, where you get some dividend, where you get some interest, or you have purchased mutual fund or share 1 year back, 15 days back, 5 years back, 10 years back. Now today you have sold. So definitely you will have some income. So in that particular scenario, whatever you are getting, you have to have done. So today that we will learn how we can save some income tax if it is the possible. So today we will learn to save income tax as well as some terminology that is the very common, but mostly we confused about that terminology. So that we are going to discuss today. So today topic is how we can save taxes. I will provide some tips to you and benefit of tax planning. कि हम अगर tax plan करते हैं तो what will be the benefit of my tax planning? There is the one word tax planning and there is the another word tax evasion. So when we have to talk about tax planning versus tax evasion, we have to understand with the two terminology because this is the two terminology all on the same pattern, same line, but there is the thin line. Difference is the thin line. Like in tax planning, we save some money. In tax evasion, we save some money. But in future, when we have conducted, we have done some tax evasion, might be possible department if they find if I have done some tax evasion, they can levy some interest, they can levy some penalty. अब जैसे I had one friend who was working in a particular company. His salary was around 15 lakh rupees and he was happily enjoying his job. Office आना जाना and he taken some classes of stock market and he was thinking कि now I'm the expert in the stock market and he started doing stock market. He opened the demat account and he started purchase some shares. And when he find out, oh, within the 15 days, I'm getting 5% increment. Within the 15 days, I'm getting the 10% increment of any share. Like he has purchased ABC share in the 100 rupees and within the 15 days, वो price 100 rupees has been increased 120. It means within the 15 days, he is getting 20% profit. He sold it. He has started this thing and in the whole year he has purchased shares and he has sold share. So around with the sold of the share he got around 2 lakh rupees profit. The total income how much? 15 lakh rupees as a salary income or 2 lakh rupees become capital gain income. Okay. And he did one particular mistake. He filed only ITR1. Whatever he had the income tax 26 years or income tax detail in 26 years or form 16, that is the salary income. So he disclosed only salary income. उसने अपना return ITR1 he has filed 15 लाख से return file कर दिया and he has not disclosed income on capital gain. Whatever he had the income of the 2 lakh rupees, he has purchased lots of the share like ABC Private Limited, XYZ Private, XYZ Limited, 123 Limited Company. He has purchased various share with the price of the like some share has been purchased on the 100 rupees, some share has been purchased at the 1000 rupees, some share has been purchased 2400 rupees, and he sold all share whenever he was getting some profitability like 5%, 10%, 20%, some share has become the double within the 6 months. So whenever he got the opportunity, he sold out and he earned profit of the 2 lakh rupees. But when he was filing the return, he forget or he has never thought he has to disclose capital gain income region. Before that, before 5 year, 10 year, whatever the time he was the doing job, he was every time he was filing ITR one. इस साल भी उसने फॉर्म 16 मिला, he filed the ITR one. Then whether it is the um, concept of the tax planning or tax evasion, then it is the concept of the tax evasion, because next year he got the notice from income tax department. You had income from capital gain that you have purchased some share from this from stock market, you have sold, you earn some profit, but you have not disclosed in ITR. Because this was the banking transaction, he cannot deny. As it was the banking transaction, it cannot be denied, because every demat account is open with link of your banking, as well as in when you have you try to open demat account, you have to mention your PAN card, you have to mention right now Aadhaar. Okay, so everything is connected, so you cannot escape. So next year, when income tax department has given the notice to him, that he came to me and he has discussed. So just I have asked you, why not you had disclosed? So he is just saying actually, yeah, every time I had only salary income. This particular time there was the no TDS certificate there, it was not showing in the 26 years. So I just forget to disclose my income. So what happened? Whatever the income tax department has told, like you have to pay 25% approx interest and penalty, apart from 10% income or 15% income of the 2 lakh rupees. Around he has to pay around 40 to 50,000 rupees, some interest amount and some income tax payable or some penalty. So what's happened if he has disclosed on time? अगर वो time पर disclose कर दिया होता, because when he was filing ITR 1, not to choose ITR 1, he has chosen ITR 2. He has disclosed the salary income as well as he discloses on capital gain income. तो ये जो additional 15 से 20,000 रुपया interest and penalty लगा, that he has not to pay. So that we have to understand. Tax planning is the one thing where we use as a written law of income tax, but we have not disclosed. Again, we are saving taxes. Again, we are saving taxes. We are saving money. But when we are overlooked, or we have intentionally or by mistake we have overlooked, we have not disclosed, that is the tax evasion. So that is the two biggest thing. Suppose that I am the salary person and I have invested in insurance, and everyone is aware if anyone has invested any amount in insurance, so then he or she is able to get 80C deduction. Everyone is aware. But when he was supposed to file return, he or she forget to disclose that investment. What happened? He or she had the income of the 11 lakh rupees, or he or she has invested 1,50,000 in ATC, PPF, insurance, or some other kids education, all those things. Okay, then he has paid income tax on 11 lakh rupees, but he or she was not aware he has to disclose, he has to claim ATC investment. So we can say it is the lack of the tax planning, because it is the written in income tax. You can claim whatever the amount you have invested, whatever the amount you have purchased as insurance, you have purchased any PPF, or you have invested some money at the ELS, that we will discuss in the later time in today's session. So if we are doing something as per income tax rule regulation, then it is called planning. And when we have overlooked, we have escaped that thing, we have not taken, we have not considered that particular income, then it is a tax evasion. In the both thing, we are saving some taxes, but in case of the tax evasion, it will create problem in future. Once department will understand or department gets some clue, you are getting some income, but you have not disclosed in ITR, then it is the biggest problem. So we have to understand what is the tax planning and what is the tax evasion. If right now you are able to understand the tax planning and tax evasion, then we will move. Region in the both case, you are going to save taxes, but in one in the tax planning, we are saving tax as per law, as per rule regulation of income tax. But in case of the tax evasion, we are saving money, but not as per income tax law, or it will create problem in future. Once department will find out कि I had conflicted or I have escaped, I have not disclosed my sum income. So that is the two difference between tax planning and tax evasion. Now, when it comes to talk about how we can save taxes, how we can save taxes, so then we have the two things. One is the salary class, and another is the other than salary class. Any person who has the salary or he's getting the salary, okay, whether salary can be from government job, then salary can be taken in PSU, salary can be taken from private job. Whatever the your implied, that doesn't mean your structure will be the some it will be the some impactable. No, there is no impactable. Every salary is the taxable. Just like the one scenario, suppose that you have total income is exceeding 10 lakh rupees, it is the 30% taxable. If you have the basic, it is the all basic amount, salary amount is the taxable, whether it is the private limited, whether it is the PSU, whether it is the government limited. Well, anywhere, whatever the, and another scenario, when you have no salary income, but you have the business income. Suppose that you are doing the some restaurant, or you are providing the some professional, you are providing some you are contractor. If you have the any kind of the business income, then we are dividing into salary income as well as the business income. Or might be possible, as you are doing this, you are having some salary. Apart from that, in the free time, in the Saturday Sunday, when you have this uh, free time, so you are taking the some tuition classes, you are taking the some painting, you are doing the some painting classes, and you are selling your painting and you are earning some money. So we can say the salary class, business class, and salary plus business class. That we have the three kind of the position where we have to today talk about how we can save taxes. So first of all, we will take salary class. For the salary class, we have the standard deduction. Suppose that I am doing job and my salary is the 10 lakh rupees, 15 lakh rupees, 20 lakh rupees. So first of all, I will get a deduction of the 50,000. That is called the standard deduction. A standard deduction is anyone who is doing job. So whatever you have the CTC, like my CTC is the 15 lakh rupees. So my net taxable amount will be 15 lakhs minus 50,000. That is the standard deduction is provided to every class, whether your salary is just 5 lakh rupees, whether your salary is the 10 lakh rupees, whether your salary is the 15 lakh rupees, whether your salary is the 1 CR, whether your salary is the 10 CR. So whatever the amount you are getting at the salary, you get the 50,000 as a standard deduction. This is the applicable for each and everyone. You cannot say I one person has the only 5 lakh rupees income and he is getting 50,000 deduction, but my salary is the 50 lakh rupees, that is the 10 times more. So I must get the standard deduction of 10 times more, like 5 lakh rupees. No, it is not, because it is written in income tax law. Every salary person will get 50,000 standard deduction. Now, you are the salary employee and you are residing somewhere where you are paying some rent. Suppose that my hometown is Delhi and I got one very good job in Chennai, Bangalore, or Hyderabad, or any other part other than Delhi, where I don't have any accommodation. I'm paying rent. What will happen? Definitely, when I'm paying rent, so in salary class, every employer is giving some amount at the basic and some amount at the house rent allowance. Whatever the rent you are paying to a stay, you can claim at the deduction. तो हम स्टैंडर्ड डिडक्शन के साथ साथ वी आर एबल टू गेट द डिडक्शन ऑफ द एचआरए. तो दैट दिस इज द टैक्स प्लानिंग कि अगर आपने एचआरए क्लेम नहीं किया, यू आर पेइंग रेंट और यू आर नॉट क्लेमिंग एचआरए, देन इट इज द लूज फॉर यू. तो फॉर द सैलरी क्लास, one is the standard deduction, another is the HRA deduction, some other exemption. Like we have taken long leave travel concession LTC. That is the provided to every salary class 2 times out of 4 years. 2 times out of 4 years. मतलब कि there is the block of the 4 year and we have to claim 2 times LTC in 4 years. It can be cumulative like your first year, second year, or it can be first year, third year, or it can be first and fourth year. It can be second and fourth year. That will depend again your employer term and conditions. Suppose that you are in the PSU and he has defined no, you cannot claim LTC in the consecutive year. मतलब first and second year नहीं हो सकता. You have to gap at least 1 year. तो first year हो सकता, third year हो सकता, second year हो सकता, fourth year हुआ. So that will depend some rule and regulation on the government to government, PSU to PSU, or employer to employer. So for that, but it is the block 4 years block, and you can claim maximum 2. Suppose that you have visited all 4 years, but you will get benefit of only 2 years. That you have to understand. So, and other deduction like when we have invested some amount in PPF, when we have invested some amount in insurance, when we have purchased some ELSS mutual fund, where we are investing some amount, we have purchased some medical insurance, we have taken the housing loan, we have taken the any education loan, or we are paying. So definitely we get the some deduction. So once you have the salary income, then you have the standard deduction, that is the 50,000. HRA, that we will discuss how we are getting the HRA benefit. Other exemption like LTC आता है, kids education allowance आता है, that is only 200 rupees per month. तो आज की डेट पर it is not relevant. Reason is that कि 200 rupees में ऐसा there is no school जहां पर मैं अपने बच्चे को बेनिफिट दे सकता हूँ. और if it is the suppose that I am able to get the 200 rupees per month per kid, I have the one kid, okay. So 200 multiplied 12, 2400. So if I am getting the salary of the 50 lakh rupees, 20 lakh rupees, or 2400 doesn't mean. So that is the reason कि I am not talking about क्योंकि 2400 का 20 लाख में कोई औकात ही नहीं है. किसी एंगल से there is no sense. Okay. And other deduction. So you have to understand that once you have the salary income, so ये सब benefit you are able to get. If you have the business income can be you are running any shop, you are running any manufacturing thing, or you have the wholesale business, or you have the any other activity that is related to business income, or you are providing some consultancy, whether you are professional, whether you are not professional. Right now, as we are doing the some Zoom session, and now it is the free, but we have charged. Suppose that Samana ma'am is the charging amount from every participant, then it is the income for the Samana ma'am, so then this income will be considered as the business income. So whether we are able to get the standard deduction or business income, no. Whatever you have the business income, whether it is the 1 lakh rupees, 4 lakh rupees, 10 lakh rupees, 1 CR, 10 CR, 50 CR, 100 CR, 200 CR. No, we are not getting the 50,000 that we are getting in the salary class. So when we have the business income, we don't get standard deduction. We didn't get HRA in case of the business, because in business there is no employer, there is no component of the basic plus HRA. That is the reason standard deduction is not allowed, HRA is not allowed. But again, whether you are able to get the deduction of business expenditure, so definitely you are eligible for the business expenditure. Like just I'm taking the example of this webinar. Is Samana Ji or Mavin Classes is organizing this class, and he or she is charging around 1,000 rupees per participant per month. Let's assume she is charging 1,000 rupees per participant per month. What will happen? He suppose that in the whole year, or she has the community of the 100%, तो 100% multiply 1000, तो ये approx 1 lakh हो जाता है. So he has the income of the 1 lakh rupees with the today's morning session, and he has the some other activity. So let's assume कि in a whole year she is getting income of the 10 lakh rupees with the all consultancy, webinar, seminar, all those things. And he has purchased Zoom license because she has to pay some Zoom cost. तो ये जो Zoom का cost है, and she has hired one particular developer, or you can say the graphic designer. He or she is making the creative, or he or she is the posting in the Facebook, Instagram, all those location. So Samana ji is paying the some salary, some amount to he or she. So so whatever the expenditure has been occurred, it can be 1000, it can be 1 lakh, it can be 9 lakhs. So suppose that Samana, she has earned around 10 lakh rupees with the seminar, and she has occurred expenditure of the 8 lakh to running all those things, because she has to make the some Google ad, she has to do the some Instagram ad, and she has to appoint 2 and 3 staff, and she has to pay some trainer expenditure. So all kind of the expenditure will be allowed at the business expenditure. That we have to understand. Okay, once we have the business income, there is no standard deduction, there is no HRA. But whatever amount we have occurred as a business expenditure, so all expenditure will be allowed as a deduction. And again, other deductions. Suppose that as being the business owner, I have invested in PPF, I have invested in insurance, I have purchased some mutual fund, I have purchased you can say medical insurance, I have taken some home loan, I have taken education loan. So all kind of the deduction is allowed. So that we have to understand. So that we have to discuss. One salary person what they will get, and one business person what they will get. Now you have to understand two things: old tax regime and new tax regime. Suppose that you are thinking about, you are not taking the decision, you are not able to take the decision for the old tax regime or new tax regime, so it will create problem to you. So first of all, we have to understand what is the old tax regime, what is the new tax regime. So new and tax concept has been come just in the 2 years, 2 and 3 years. इससे पहले there was only single scheme that you can say the old tax regime, otherwise कुछ नहीं था. That was the, what was the scheme? 2.5 lakh, there is no taxation, and 2.5 to 5 lakh rupees, it is the taxation of the 10%, 5 to 10 lakh rupees, it was the taxation of the 20%, and above 10 lakh rupees, it is the 30%. But now, in the today scenario, in the today time, if you are following the old tax system, there is no taxation till 2.5 lakh rupees. There is the 5% taxation of the 5 lakh, 2.5 lakhs to 5 lakh rupees. 2.5 lakh ke upar only 5% you have to pay, and 5 to 10 lakh rupees, it is the 20%, and whatever the amount we have, the above 10 lakh rupees, it is the 30%. That is the old tax system. If you have chosen old tax system, then you can claim HRA, you can claim any other investment like PPF made, whatever you have deposited, you have purchased any insurance, you have purchased any mutual fund. So if you have purchased any medical insurance, so anything you have you have purchased, you are eligible to take benefit in the old tax regime. But once you have chosen the new tax regime, you are not able to get any deduction. Like there is no HRA, there is no housing loan benefit, there is no ATC benefit, there is no other payment benefit. So that we have to understand. But in case of the new tax regime, tax basket is very low. As I have said to you, in old tax regime, we have the income above 10 lakh rupees, we have to pay 30% taxation. But in case of the new tax regime, once we have the income of above 50 lakh rupees, then we are eligible to pay 30%. Otherwise, till 3 lakh, there is no taxation. 3 to 6 lakh, it is the 5%, 6 to 9 lakh, it is the 10%, 9 to 12 lakh, it is the 15%, and 12 to 15 lakhs, it is the 20%. But there is no basket of the 25%. Once you have the income exceeding 15 lakh rupees, you have to pay 30%. So we have seen in the old tax regime, what we have to pay? 10 lakh ke upar mein we have to pay the 30%. But in case of the new tax regime, we have to pay 30% once we have the income more than 15 lakh rupees. So that we have to understand. That is the reason Government of India, our income tax department had reduced all deduction in the new tax regime. They are saying you can choose old tax regime or you can choose new tax regime. Once you have chosen old tax regime, then you are not eligible to take. You are not eligible to take. In the old tax regime, you are eligible to take all kind of the benefit like ATC, ATD, ATU, all investment, all deduction, HRA, all those things. But once you have chosen the new tax regime, because it is the less taxes, basket is the less, then you are not eligible for the HRA, you are not eligible for ATC, you are not eligible for ATD. So that we have to understand. And whatever the year is going to in 31 March 2024, and after that we have to file ITR. Everyone has to file the ITR. So once we have started to file ITR, then it will be the new tax regime, because इस साल में government has given the rule कि once you will open your ITR, so it will be the consider as the new tax regime. If you want to claim old tax regime, so you have to file one return. You have to file one form that will disclose कि you want to choose old tax regime, but you have not chosen, you have not filed that particular 10V form. So automatically your return will become in the new tax regime. Then that you have to understand कि what is the benefit of the old tax regime, what is the benefit of the new tax regime. I have disclosed, I have the detailed discussion. What is the tax basket rate in the old, what is the tax basket in the new, and you are not able to get any claim of deduction in the new tax regime. As well as this year, once you will start to open your form, it will be the automatically new tax regime, but you want to file your return in the old tax regime, then you have to file 10V. Otherwise, automatically it will come in the new tax regime. Now, if you have the business income, till time we have the discuss about the salary income. Now I'm talking about the again business income. If you have the business income, as I have the taken example of the Mavin classes, Mavin classes has the income of the 10 lakh rupees, then he has, or Mavin classes has the one option. Mavin classes will get the tax audit and audited by chartered accountant, and Mavin class, whatever the real profit is coming, like 50,000, 1 lakh, 5 lakh, any real profit is coming, that they have to show. Otherwise, you can choose at a presumption income region, your turnover or your total receipt is the less than 2 crore rupees. Then you can choose also presumption income. In presumption income, government has given the one opportunity to business owner. If you are doing business and your turnover is less than 2 CR, then if you can disclose your income at least 6% if you have collected all receipt in banking channel. It can be check, it can be UPI, or it must be the banking channel. Or suppose that you are receiving income in cash, then minimum you have to disclose 8%. So suppose that I had the told Mavin classes have the income of the 10 lakh rupees, so he's getting Mavin classes is claiming 8% or 6%, या maximum 10%. So what will 10 lakhs का 10% क्या होता है? Maximum 1 lakh rupees. And you know कि there is no taxation from 2.5 lakh rupees. तो यहाँ पर कोई taxation नहीं लगेगा. But we have done the tax audit, so might be possible ये loss भी हो सकता है कि whatever the real position will come, तो ये चीज आएगा. So that we have to understand. But tax audit or presumption is not available in case of the salary. It is available only in case of the business expenditure, business income. HRA or house loan. That is the two terminology that today we will discuss, and after that we will close our session. If you have the some question answer, you can discuss. That is the most important thing of the discussion of the HRA and home loan. HRA, as I have the told, if you are the salary income or your salary component has the basic plus some part at the HRA, then you are eligible to get benefit of the HRA. There is the first condition. Another condition is that you have to pay rent. You are getting only HRA or you are residing in your home, again you are not able to get HRA benefit. Or might be possible the company is paying the HRA component, but they have given the guest house, or they have company has the own flat and that provided to you. Yeah, आप यहाँ पर रहो, we will not charge anything, or not uh, we will not charge extra amount, or even you can say कि we will not reduce your salary, because we are providing the rent-free accommodation. In spite of that, we are not reducing or we are not giving extra thing, but we will provide the one rent-free accommodation to you. So ऐसा कुछ भी situation होता है, then you are not eligible to get benefit of the HRA. For HRA benefit, what you have to do? Salary component में होना चाहिए. You must pay the salary. You have to pay rent, and then एक 3 criteria आता है कि actual rent received, that we will discuss in the year. Actual HRA received, जो भी हमें actual HRA received हुआ है, let's assume my salary is the 1 lakh rupees and basic is the 50,000 rupees, और my HRA is 30,000 rupees. तो यहाँ पर आएगा 30,000 multiply 12, या हम मंथली देख सकते हैं, या we can check on the annual basis. So if we are checking on the annual basis, it is the 30 multiply 12, 3,60,000, 50% or 40% of the basic salary. So basic salary 50,000 था. In the private job there is no such as the DA. तो 50,000 का 50% 25 multiply 12, तो 3 lakhs हो गया. तो first condition, first will be 3,60,000, second will be 3 lakhs, and rent paid minus 10% basic. So rent paid, suppose that I am paying the rent of the 40,000 rupees. Whatever the I am getting the HRA 30,000, तो that is the my choice कि मैं कितना rent pay करूँ. Suppose that I am paying the 40,000 rupees as a rent. तो 40,000 minus मेरा basic कितना था? I had the basic of the 50,000. तो 10% कितना हो गया? 5,000. तो 40 minus 10, 35. तो यहाँ पर actual HRA कितना था? 30. 50% हो जाता 25, और I am paying the rent paid minus ये तो 35. तो इसमें कहता whichever is the lower is the 25. तो ये that will be the not taxable, और उसके बाद जो मिला था मतलब कि 25 is the exempted, और I am getting the HRA is the 30,000 rupees. So 5,000 will be taxable in my hand. So that we have to understand what is the condition to claim as a HRA. So that we have to understand. Now, if I have the home, or I have taken the home loan, so definitely as the home loan I have to pay EMI, जहाँ पर I have to pay the principal, I have to pay interest. The principal or interest I am paying, so definitely I will get the some benefit, or might be possible my house in the same city. Like I am working in Delhi and I have the house in the Delhi, or I am residing in my home. In that scenario, even my salary component will be HRA. In spite of that, I will not get the HRA benefit. Reason, I am not paying rent to anyone because मैं अपने घर में रह रहा हूँ, नहीं मिलेगा. But whether I am eligible for the home loan, क्योंकि इंटरेस्ट 2 लाख तक का बेनिफिट है, और EMI जो भी उसका प्रिंसिपल अमाउंट है 83 में 1.5 लाख का बेनिफिट, तो डेफिनेटली यू आर एलिजिबल. बट सपोज दैट योर होम इन द दिल्ली, और यू हैव ट्रांसफर टू मुंबई, व्हाट विल हैपन? यहाँ पर आप HRA का भी बेनिफिट ले सकते हो, बिकॉज एवरी डे यू कैन नॉट मूव फ्रॉम दिल्ली टू मुंबई. ओके, तो आप HRA का भी बेनिफिट लोगे और होम लोन का भी बेनिफिट लोगे. वी कैन टेक द अनदर एग्जांपल ऑफ द यू कैन से मुंबई. सपोज दैट anyone in the Kalyan, or they have the job in Andheri, okay, and daily basis he don't want to spend 3 to 4 hours, okay, and that particular person has taken the house property house rent on the Andheri. Due to that, Imagine every day I cannot go Thane or Kalyan 3 hours, 4 hours every day. It is not possible for me. So I have taken the home house rent on in Andheri. Then in that particular scenario, if he is able to prove that I am saving my time for my family, and that is, or I am really paying in rent, I have the rent agreement, I am the paying every month with the check, all those things. In that case, even you are almost same city or same locality, 30 to 40 kilometers, 50 kilometers. In spite of that, you are eligible for the home loan as well as the HRA. So that I want to say. But we have the two different city like Delhi, Mumbai. So it is not possible ki you will stay in Delhi or you can perform your job in the Mumbai. So in that scenario, definitely you will get HRA as well as the home loan. The home loan has the two components. One is the principal amount, another amount is the loan amount. So loan interest, loan and principal amount. The loan, suppose that your total interest amount you are paying 2,10,000 rupees. So maximum deduction you will get 2 lakh rupees. But you are paying only 1,50,000, 1,40,000. So maximum deduction as an interest you will get the 1,40,000. But your principal amount is around 2 lakh rupees. Again, it is suppose that you have the EMI of the 30,000 rupees per month. So it approx ये कितना हो गया 3,40,000. Your EMI is the 40,000. So 4,80,000. So 480 हो गया. So what will happen? कि इसमें से 2 लाख तो डिडक्शन मिल जाएगा आपको इंटरेस्ट का एंड 1,50,000 योर प्रिंसिपल इज द 2.5 लाख रुपीज बट यू विल गेट यू आर एलिजिबल टू गेट द डिडक्शन ऑफ द 1,50,000 इन एटीसी. So that you have to understand ki how you are eligible to get HRA and how you are eligible to get the house loan. So that is for the today, and in the next discussion we will discuss about the other deduction like ATC, PPF, insurance, mutual fund, medical insurance, education loan, or you can say the we have the some disabled person in my family. So if I am spending some medical treatment, I am spending some amount on that. So for that, how much I will get the deduction, that we will discuss in the later session. And again, in the later session, we will discuss ki is there is any benefit to choosing new tax regime or old tax regime. And now I left just one point that I will share with you. Suppose that you have the two houses. Suppose that I have the one house, so that I will claim as the self-occupied. I have the one house and I'm residing in that house, so there is no taxation. But I have one house in Delhi and my job is the Bombay. So what I did, I have let out Delhi property region. मैं वहां नहीं रह रहा तो कम से कम कुछ तो रेंट आ जाता है. In that scenario, I can claim HRA, but I have to pay taxes on the house rent of the Delhi house region. I am earning some amount. So you can claim as the self-occupied only when you are not getting any rent. If you are getting rent, then you cannot claim as the renter. You cannot claim as the self-occupied. 2 years back, government of India had told that only one house can be self-occupied, but they have now given the relaxation that you can claim two houses as a self-occupied, and if you have the 3 house, 4 house, 5 house, 6 house, so out of 5 house, out of 3 house, you can claim 2 house as the self-occupied, and third house you have to pay taxes, whether you are self-occupied, whether you have not even let out. Suppose that I have the 3 house in Delhi, or I'm residing in the one house. I'm residing in the all 3 house. Like एक में मैं खुद रहता हूँ, एक में मैंने अपने पेरेंट को रख दिया और एक में मैंने अपने सिबलिंग को रख दिया. Let's say in spite of that, income tax is saying आप इन 3 में से 2 घर डिसाइड कर लो कि आपको कौन सा घर 2 घर आपको रखना है एज अ सेल्फ ऑक्यूपाइड जिसमें आपको टैक्स बच सकता है. दैट इज योर अप टू चॉइस. एंड वन घर, one house that we have to tax as the agar ye ghar you have the let out to anyone, and whatever the fair market value of the rent you are getting in that particular market, उस पर हम टैक्स लगाएंगे, whether you are receiving or not, मुझे उससे कोई मतलब नहीं है. So thank you everyone for the today's session, and the next session we will discuss about about We will discuss about the other deduction like 80C, 80D, 80U, and some bonus tip to you, and how we have to choose the new tax regime or old tax regime. Now it is the open session for you. If you have any question, you want to give any feedback, or you want to ask anything related to income tax, related to tax planning, related to tax saving, anything, now you can ask.
Thank you, Manish ji. I'm just making